Well, good morning. Welcome to Royal Air Force Cosford for the Air Show 2024. On behalf of the Commandant, you are very, very welcome. Do all hope you've had a good morning so far. Hopefully the routine was as pain-free as it can be. Hopefully you kept warm throughout the morning and already had a good look around the showground, because starting very soon is an action-packed flying display, and you'll certainly take flight with us throughout the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. I'm Andy Halsey. I am lucky enough to be one of your commentators. I am joined by two colleagues who I'll introduce in just a few moments' time. The flying will start at 11:30, so do have just about 25 minutes or so. So if you are thinking, oh, I just need to go there, I do want another coffee, then perhaps now is the time to start thinking about that.
This was initially a pure flying boat. It hasn't always been an amphibious design, but we see it here in amphibious guise, getting airborne, the consolidated 55A. Service with squadrons based in Northern Ireland in 1941, and their first big success was in connection with the hunt for the German battleship Bismarck that May. It was a number 209 squadron, Kathleen, that located the ship off Brest on the French coast, and despite gunfire from the Bismarck, the ship was shadowed by that Catalina and one from number 240 Squadron until naval vessels were back in the vicinity, including HMS Ark Royal, whose ferry Swordfish delivered the final crucial blow. And there are the Winting floats down. By an Irishman as captain, Angelo Cunningham. Long-time supporter of air shows, he used to be a flying display director himself in Ireland, and a display pilot on various other times. Very experienced commercial pilot and flying instructor who's now one of the shareholder pilots of plain sailing.
Flying the Typhoon this year is Flight Lieutenant David Turnbull, appropriately known to everyone as Turbo, stirring up the storm to the Royal Air Force Typhoon.
The special colour scheme doesn't depict the number 29 Squadron Mosquito from the D-Day period. Rather, it represents a Hawker Typhoon, the number 257 Squadron, one of the many RAF Hawker Typhoon units that took that outstanding later ground attack aircraft.
See the water vapour spilling off the wings there as Turbo pulls just about 9G in a very tight turn.
With pressure breathing, allows him to withstand these manoeuvres, many of which are being conducted at 9G, meaning his body weighs some 9 times normal. Setting up now for a slow roll down the display line. One of the harder manoeuvres to perform. Just dropped the second half a little bit too quick, but Turbo doing an excellent job there. You can see the bright lights from the reheat on the rear of the aircraft. Just a little burst there as he repositions around for the next pass. He joined the RAF in 2010 as a direct entrant, but that wasn't his first flying experience. He flew in a Tiger Moth with classic wings at Duxford when he was 17, and that really cemented his wish to become a pilot. Well, this is a display with very many changes of pace, and so out of that barrel roll he's now setting up for the slow speed high alpha, high angle of attack pass, just 120 knots on this run, of course aided significantly by the fully digital fly-by-wire control system.
I want to get a good picture, but I can't because I want to cook my hair. I know he's going to.
And this is of course an aircraft that is on daily active service operations, whether maintaining quick reaction alert, the UK Air Defence capabilities from both Collins-B and RAF Lossiemouth, or around the world. rotating commitment between different NATO nations and also Icelandic air policing.
And indeed we have 6 currently out in Romania as well on the NATO air policing task.
Several joint strikes with American assets aimed at degrading the militia's capability to launch attacks on shipping in the Gulf of Aden and in the Red Sea.
Now it's time to prepare yourselves for one of the highlights of today's flight displays. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please turn your eyes to the sky for the 2024 Chinook Parole demonstration. You can see the Chinook carrying a battlefield gun on one of its 3 underslung load works. Today, simulating conducting an essential weapons drop-off close to the front line under the watchful eye of Sergeant Lawson. JHSS directed the landing site, marking it with smoke. Not only does this identify the drop-off area, but it also gives you an appreciation of the wind, direction and strength. Once safely on the deck, the JHSS team will release the aircraft in order to attach the gun to the Land Rover and provide neutral support ahead of moving it onwards to its battlefield location. Having successfully dropped the gun, teams will manoeuvre the aircraft forward and down away from the load to allow the troops to disembark and set up in a defensive posture. We are fortunate to have our very own underslung training area. This allows crews to practice lifting a variety of items from netted barrels to heavy ISO containers. This invaluable training wouldn't be possible without the support of JHSS, a tri-service organisation based at RAF Benson that offers specialist skills in underslung load operations, including rigging, hooking and the preparation of landing sleds. Next, the aircraft will conduct an over-the-shoulder departure. This is a dynamic manoeuvre used to quickly move away from enemy threats in front of the aircraft. As they climb and build rearwards momentum, the low ballistic protection was presented to the threat and showing just how much control Coots has over the aircraft. He'll bring it to a stop on just the 2 aft wheels before landing on all 6. Demonstrate a nose-down quick stop. Flight to engine that is used to turn the aircraft on a sequence. The aircraft is now going to position expeditiously forward and down to recover the troops. With their task complete, the passengers are now cleared back onto the aircraft with a brand new addition to the Chinook Roll demo, the big orange thumb. Wearing the thumb today and operating in the number 1 crew position is Sergeant Aaron Woodward. Born and raised under the bright lights of Blackpool, Woody joined the RAF in 2012 as an RAF regiment gunner. Woody is a survival instructor and crewman trainer and is keen to contribute to the next generation of the Chinook Force. as Woody dons the iconic orange hands to wave us a final goodbye. Cosford, can I ask that you all put your hands in the air, give a huge wave to the team. We love seeing your photos and videos, so if you've taken any good ones today, we'd be grateful if you could tag us using the hashtag #BlakeFlag. As a reminder, you can come and find us over at the Orient Village all day today, where we've got a big team who are ready to answer all your questions. On behalf of myself and the team, thank you so much for watching our display. We hope you enjoyed the rest of the day here at Cosford and look forward to seeing you all again very soon. So one last time, please put your hands together for the 2024 Chinook roll demonstration.
Great demonstration of the iconic Royal Air Force Chinook by the Roll Demonstration Team. A huge team effort, not just those involved with the aircraft, but of course all the ground troops. Wonderful, wonderful.
There he goes.
That's quite loud.
It's very loud. I think
NATO assets, and our fleet of these aircraft is now up to 34 after the latest deliveries this March, and full operational capability for the Lightning Force is due in 2025, and that'll be when the 48th aircraft is delivered. And HMS Prince of Wales will of course be joining Queen Elizabeth as the second carrier. But look at this, for a high alpha, high angle of attack, those high paths. Squadrons are joint RAF and Royal Navy. The commanding officer and the senior pilot alternate between the services, and the latest operational squadron on the type is a Navy Squadron 809 Naval Air Squadron, which reformed last December. Lee.
In one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilot each year. This is Romax. But watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings the team down the line.
A little bit less. Now.
Fly with a higher throttle setting, and therefore it makes the engine gas temperature burn a lot more hotter, and it makes the smoke burn a lot brighter. And also the team would like to dedicate the Spitfire roll to our friend and colleague, Scotty Long, who's actually lost his life 2 weeks ago in the Spitfire crash. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah break! We celebrate our 60th anniversary our Diamond Jubilee, and Reds 8 and 9 draw something special in the sky in celebration of our 60th anniversary. This is the anniversary race. And there they go, parachutists coming down now, out of the sky, trailing their red smoke. What we're looking for today is 9 canopies. And one of those canopies or one parachutist will be slightly displaced as our flag bearer. So we're expecting that, but look for the formation as they immediately get together, and we have 9 good canopies. And in fact, here's the chance now as to finish the Falcons display is a fast low flight pass A400M Agulent. Watch for the steep pull up. I think it's fair to say its characteristic manoeuvre, the nose over. Undercarriage, you'll remember that most Army links, not all, the Mark 9 later had a wheeled undercarriage, most Army links had a skid landing gear. As the aircraft comes back in front of you, you can clearly see that kind of roof on its nose, right on the front of the aircraft. That's the MX Westcam electro-optical device. It carries a range of sensors, including a very, very high-powered camera, able to detect targets at very long range, both day and night, in weather conditions. Platform. The Wildcat's capabilities have been developed significantly since it entered service and began to replace the Mark 8 links by a already unit. And as indeed. Two aircraft now heading south, heading back towards Ironbark North Depot Base. Nice service. This is a tactical and strategic airlift aircraft operated by two pilots, one weapons systems operator. Has the ability to carry 25 tons of payload, a range of 2,000 nautical miles, and it can operate from fairly rough and unprepared strips, in addition to beaches. The capability has steadily improved throughout the years, very capable aircraft. The future very much in the hands of the A400 Atlas. Royal Air Force Voyager. Voyager, you'll note, the one known as Vespina, which was refurbished to provide a transport for government ministers and the royal family on global missions, but also able, of course, to undertake the type of regular roles of air-to-air refuelling and personnel transport. You can see on this aircraft, it's not an all-over yellow colour scheme, because the dark-coloured tail fin denotes the fact that this is painted to represent the team leader's aeroplane. The Yellow Jacks, however, weren't destined to last long. Reportedly, the air officer commanding of the aircraft's colour scheme. Prior to that, there have been different Premier teams every season, and that was the birth of the Red Arrows. Their first display on the net took place at a press event at RAF Little Rissington on the 6th of May 1965. Their public debut took place 9 days later at the Biggin Hill Airfair. At that stage, Lee Jones, who'd been leader of the Yellow Jacks, was still leader. Next to 7-ship formation. Dickie Duckett, who was a member of the team from 1968 to 70, and now into the cockpit. It was extremely responsive, very light on the controls, very precise. All the sort of qualities that turned the Red Arrows into the stuff of legend. Squadron. Left brake. Moving on towards the left-hand end of the airfield is the aircraft refueling formation, a really interesting one. That's the one with a big nose probe, and it's a Gazelle HT2 model that was used for 25 years by the Empire Test Pilot School, and latterly part of forces considerably announced. They're now passing over at display centre. Noticed already the interesting tail rotor this aircraft has. It's a kind of ducted tail rotor, whereas initially the tail rotor was very open, just like a small propeller. As the squadron come past, have a look at the tail, you see they're sort of enclosed. That was for a number of very positive reasons. If you accidentally stuck your tail into a tree, you get a little bit of protection. It's much safer on the ground. Universally adopted, there you can see quite clearly those 4 feather strips on the squadron. Very tight formation there, but watch now as the aircraft needs to split away. Incredibly small. This is billed as a 5-seater aircraft, and it's a very tight squeeze. Very small helicopter in UK service, certainly with the Army, very much paired with the Lynx, used to observe. Being so small and nimble, it really could get what we call into the nap of the earth. down behind the trees, peeping over the top. Reconnaissance looking for targets with to pass that information onto the links to make the attack. In straight towards you now for the break. The T2, you can't fail to miss three very large TV displays, very much a kind of touchscreen aircraft, which is just right because our aircrew that train on this aircraft then go on to fly the Typhoon and the F-35 Lightning. So from the left, running in, making what I believe will be their last pass today. Not the last time we'll see some Hawks, but the last time you'll see from the Royal Air Force, from Royal Air Force Valley, the Hawk T2. Great to see the Diamond 9 in their Diamond. Running in for Hawker Hurricane 1. Basically now past Heathrow Airport on the 17th of April 1934 and entered Royal Naval Service 2 years later as the Swordfish Mark I. In all, 2,400 were built, first ever commercial built by aviation. The Blackburn Aircraft Company in Yorkshire, those aircraft often known as Blackfish. Swordfish of 819 Squadron based at Manston in Kent were not the Allied aircraft that on D-Day laid smoke screens to cover the passage of Channel troopship convoys. They planned to use motor launchers, but they didn't have enough of them with the suitable equipment. And with the help of the smoke screens, a convoy of 10 ships duly made it through the Straits of Dover. 838 Squadron and Swordfish at Harrowby in Devon, the 9th Patrol Brittany against Germany's T-boats, their fast patrol craft. It may look like a pit special, it's a very special pit special. This is Rick Goodwin, this is Kid Muscle Biplane. Very, very highly modified pits.
stressed to between +6 and -5G. The aircraft has been continually modified and improved. A lot of this being done with the aid of Richard's sponsors. The title sponsor for this season being Aerobricks. High roll rate. And from this he'll be pushing uncomfortably into 5/8 of an outside loop, back onto the 153 down line. And then when he reaches for a knife edge climb with 2 step rolls back onto the knife edge. Look at this, this is Richard's low level knife edge. Pretty much right away towards the left. The only airworthy Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress in Europe, and one of only 3 B-17s currently flying anywhere in the world. It's the B-17G model named Sally B. It was known to Boeing as the Model 299 when it first flew in July 1935. Early operational Flying Fortresses were used specifically in the military, very vulnerable to attack from the rear. And when the RAF brought the Fortress Mark I into service in mid-1941, its experiences with the aeroplane were disastrous. You can see the bomb doors open here. Heavily armed as the Flying Fortress wouldn't need fighter escorts for the entire duration of its mission. That was soon proved wrong. That all began to change when the US Army Air Forces had the P-47 Thunderbolt, and in particular the Merlin engine feeding the Mustang. Condition in which so many B-17s returned from their wartime sorties. Final run, the B-17G Flying Fortress, Sally B.